All right, hey guys, so the Steam Summer Sale for 2019 has just begun. There's a ton of sales, so if you have anything on your wish list on Steam, you might want to look through it to see if there's any games you might want to pick up. Otherwise, you can scroll down to the bottom of this page on the front page of Steam, and you can look through the top sellers list and see what other people are buying. There's a lot of great discounts, and this is definitely a good time to pick up some games. But for this video, I wanted to go over the event itself because it is one of the most confusing summer sale events I have ever seen. It's called the Steam Grand Prix event, and it's basically a race, and there's a bunch of different teams, and the first time you go to this page, which you can access just by clicking the top banner on the Steam store, you'll see this, and it'll ask you what team you want to join. Down here, there'll be a little button, and you basically choose between the hare, the tortoise, the corgi, the cockatiel, and the pig. And you can see the standings currently. So currently, the corgi is in first place, followed by the tortoise. I decided to choose the tortoise just because it looked kind of silly, but it really doesn't matter which team you choose. You can choose the first place team if you like, but every day it's going to reset. I think it's going to be rebalanced. I'm not entirely sure. So it's sort of a race, and everything pertaining to the event is related to this race. And this is where things get so unbelievably complex and just convoluted that it's hard for me to even describe what's going on here. But once you pick a team, you'll see this little meter here, and depending on how many like store purchases you made in the past, you may see that your odometer has some points here. You may also see this thing called boost. If you click on boost, you'll get this little message, and it'll say, hooray, you boosted your team's distance. So I just boosted my team's distance by 1,000, I believe. And then it asks you if you want to make a pit stop. So if you click on make a pit stop, it'll send you to this page. And every time you click on that boost for 1,000 points, you'll get 1,000 tokens. And I'm sorry if this sounds overly complicated, but just try to follow along here. So every time you boost for 1,000, you'll get 1,000 tokens. And then on this page here, which you can also access by clicking on make a pit stop right below the boost button, you'll see how many tokens you have. And then if you scroll down, you'll see various things you can spend your tokens on. So you can purchase the badge for 100 tokens, or if you want a level 10 badge, you can buy it for 1,000 tokens. You can also purchase a $5 discount on your next Steam store purchase with 15,000 tokens. And then scrolling down, there's various backgrounds you can purchase for your Steam profile. There's various emoticons as well. I don't really think the emoticons or backgrounds are really worthwhile, but the emotes are pretty cheap, so if you want to pick up a couple of those, it might be worth it. Every so often when you use a boost, you'll get this message saying you have been awarded a team attack. And what the team attacks are basically a way to slow down the other teams. So I have 2 attacks remaining, and since the corgi is in first place, I'm just going to click on the corgi and click attack team corgi. And basically it'll slow them down in the race. I honestly don't know what all these numbers are, like 4,525x and negative 4,196x. I don't really understand what that means, but somehow that's slowing down the person that you choose or the team that you choose. It's very, very confusing. So I'm going to go ahead and use all of my boosts, and then we'll go into how you earn points and how you increase your point cap. So I'm getting down to my last 2 boosts. I just want to show you that every time I click on boost, I'll lose 1,000 points, and I'll also lose 1,000 points on the cap as well. So let's just click it a couple more times, return to the race, and I should be able to use it one more time, and this time I'll only get 970 points. I'm not really sure why it went down, but let's go ahead and just use everything, and then I'll be at 0. So let's go ahead and refresh the page one more time. And a lot of you guys, whenever you first come to the event, you may start out with 0 points, and basically when you use all of your boosts, you're going to have 0 points remaining, and you're going to have 0 nitro. I don't really understand what the nitro meter is, but as you can see here, I'm now at 0, and it looks like I don't have any speed, but basically every time I use a boost, I'm giving my team 1,000 more distance in the race or something like that. Let's go ahead and scroll down, and I'll explain how you get points and how you increase your point cap. Because currently my capacity is at 0, so I have no ability to earn points. And the way you earn points, and you can scroll down and read through this really lengthy FAQ, and even reading through it is so confusing, but I'm going to try to explain this in simple terms. To increase your capacity, and you need to increase your capacity in order to boost, you have to spend money on the Steam store. Every $1 you spend, you'll get 100 points. Every $10 you spend, you'll get 1,000 points. So if I spent $10 and I purchased a game on the Steam store, it would say 0 out of 1,000 points. So how you start filling up your capacity once you have your capacity increased is you go down here, and there's various ways to do this, but you go down to these quests, and there'll be a bunch of games displayed here and a bunch of little, I guess you call these like achievements, but you can complete these multiple times, little quests. So let's go to a game that I'm familiar with. Mordhau is a really fun game. So I played a little bit today. Every time I decapitate an enemy, basically cut off their head, I get 30 points. And it'll just keep track of that while I play the game. And these points will add up, and then they will increase up here at the top. So I just basically have to keep playing various games and doing various challenges, and there's other challenges as well, and sometimes even achievement games count. Like down here, I was playing Saints Row 4 the other day, and it says I have 1,500 points earned in Saints Row 4, but I have no capacity available, so I can't do anything with those points until tomorrow or until my capacity is increased. Every day, you will have 100 capacity. Basically the reset every day, you'll have 100 points available to use, and if you spend more money on the Steam store, of course that will be increased. So I hope I explained that properly. Basically, if you spend money on the Steam store, you'll increase your capacity or the amount of points you can have, but you will earn points by playing the various games shown below and completing various challenges and earning various achievements and so forth. So you should have games shown here, and you'll have to play them to earn the points if you haven't reached the capacity. Once you've filled up enough points or however much capacity you want, you click on Boost. And when you click on Boost, your total capacity will be lowered. So if I had 1,000 points total, it'll drop back down to 0 points and 0 capacity. But by using those 1,000 points, I'll get tokens, and then you can use tokens in the shop to purchase rewards. Okay, so I'm sure most of you are probably still confused, but hopefully this is like a base understanding of how the event works. You can read through the rest of it on this page here, which will be linked in the description below. It'll help you understand it a little bit better. I know a lot of you are going to have a lot of questions, and it's not really going to make a whole lot of sense until maybe a couple days in. But it shows here, shop the summer sale, $1 equals 100 points capacity. Complete quests and claim achievements to fill your boost meter. Hit boost and claim rewards at the pit stop. Random members at the top 3 teams win free games. So every day there'll be a team that wins, and a couple random people will be selected to win free games off their wish list. It's very similar to previous events in the past. They're kind of just combining a lot of ideas together, and it's making it way too confusing. And if you scroll down all the way to the bottom of the page, you'll see like your team and how many wins. Every day there'll be a new win. You get 3 points for coming in first, 2 points for coming in second, and 1 point for coming in last. And at the end of the event, the winner will be chosen. But honestly, that stuff really doesn't matter. You don't have to really worry about that. It's just kind of a team sort of event, even though it's one of the most complicated event ever. And then at the bottom of the page, you'll see some questions, and this might cover some of the questions that you guys have as well. So that's basically a simple understanding of how the event works. This took me a long time to figure out. It was extremely confusing. I still don't really understand a lot of these numbers that are displayed. But essentially what's going on here is you pick a team, and every day your team basically races and competes against each other. If you spend like $10, you'll increase your capacity by 1,000. And then by playing various games, you'll be able to increase your points up to the capacity, and then you use the boost to exchange your points for tokens, which you can go in the shop and purchase badges and so forth. So I'm sorry if that was a bit overwhelming. Again, it's completely optional if you want to participate in the event or not. The main thing you get from participating in the event is a badge, and this is what it looks like, and you can level this up by spending tokens from the pit stop store, but that's pretty much it. So if you guys just want to ignore the event and pretend like it's not there, by all means do so, but you can get a free badge just by joining a team. I picked the Tortoise team, got 100 XP for that, so that's kind of cool. But that's pretty much the event, and beyond that, you just get some backgrounds and some emoticons. It's really nothing special, and I really wouldn't put too much thought into it if I were you. But yeah, there's a lot of games on sale. I'll probably make a video in the near future giving my recommendations, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the event and what games are on sale that you think might be worth mentioning to help other people out. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the Steam Grand Prix summer sale. Have a nice day.